Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Keeneland Racecourse here on Thursday. It is the 23rd of April, 2026. Gonna look the fifth race from Keeneland, but before I get on to that, remember to follow me on X at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the fifth race from Keeneland, which is quite a good race here. It's an allowance race going for $130,000 purse race for 4-year-olds and upwards. Number 120,000. Price of the main claiming starter, state bred racers, number 1 through races here. We have a field of 8 horses going 1,800 meters or a mile and eighth on the turf course. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the 2 horse Talbingo as the top selection. I'm going to go 2-1-4-8 in the superfecta. 2-1-4-8 super, top selection 2 horse Talbingo. This 5-year going by Classic Empire. Brian Lynch trains. Joel Rosario gets the mount. The ran the horse most recently, an optional 125 claimer at Goldstream. 7.5 furlongs, 28th of March on the grass. Finished second by a nose. 7.5 furlong races at Goldstream tend to be more towards front running style horses. This horse gained I love a lot of ground from the back of the pack. He just missed late. He ran an 83 bar, well, not the best of his career, but I thought he ran terrifically. I think refreshing to this turf course, which is a little bit fairer, first time running outside of a Florida turf course, you get a good piece of the turf course. I think he could run a good race and win. He ran his first start on turf most recently in 31st January Goldstream, a mile at Goldstream option 25 claimer, and he won by 3 lengths. And from a track and trip, he was a little bit wide, but not a little bit wide, a little bit on the inside. But when he quickened up nicely, he went away with it. A very good race for him that day. And then prior to that, he ran his only he only ran 4 outings last year at Gold in 2025, and his final start was a 6-month bench at Churchill, 7.5 on the dirt in a allowance race, where he finished sixth by 7.5 lengths, where he just didn't get out of the gate so clearly, and he just didn't really show up. He started off his career quite well. Broke his main at Goldstream, main 25 on dirt. Came back to win on the Tapeta on the front end at Goldstream in January 25, and then placed on the Tapeta at Goldstream in a very nice allowance race in the winter of 25. The problem is he had some time between races after that. Most recent races haven't been half bad. Coming to this turf course in 9 furlongs, I think he can get a piece of it. I think the 1 horse versus for Kelly Breen and Luis Saez could win also. Bringing some class relief from his most recent races. He ran the showing up at Goldstream, which was a tough turf race where he just didn't show up there. Prior to that, the Kent at Goldstream at Delaware, excuse me, over the 9 furlongs, I thought he gained some ground on the very boggy going. He's back here to Keeneland, where he ran the last year, Pennsylvania, where he saw some very tough competition. Not nearly as tough as some of his races he's raced. He ran against in the summer. I think at 8-20, he can get a piece of it. We'll use him on the ticket. But to recount my selection for the fifth from Keeneland, going to take the 2 horse Talbingo. Give kudos to the 1 horse versus, where we 2-1-4-8 super, 2-1 in the multi race. Let's go like 12. Please follow me on X at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.